Hello again, baseball fans, and welcome to another exciting game of the Apba Baseball Master Game here on the Tigerbob Broadcasting Network. We have a really good one today. We have Game 6 of the 2011 World Series with Texas going to St. Louis, with St. Louis leading the World Series 3-2. It is a Thursday night in St. Louis. We had 2 days off as we had some rain yesterday. And this ought to be a good one with a rematch of Game 2 starters. Colby Lewis pitching for Texas and Jamie Garcia pitching for St. Louis. And so far this World Series has become the Lance Berkman show. As St. Louis has 5 home runs in the World Series, and Lance Berkman has all 5 of the home runs. Quickly go down how we got here. Game 1, back in Game 1, Texas won that one 2-0 behind C.J. Wilson. This is a rematch of Game 2 where Jamie Garcia threw 8 shutout innings and a Berkman home run, and St. Louis won Game 2 1-0. Texas come back and won Game 3 8-4. Then St. Louis has won the last 2 games 8-2 and 7-3. And now we are back in St. Louis in Busch Stadium III. In the series, been anticipation of a lot of runs being scored. St. Louis, in the 5 games, have scored 20 runs. They got the 5 home runs. All the home runs actually by Berkman. And Texas has 3 home runs. They've scored 15 runs in the 5 games. So it'll be interesting to see if Texas's bats can finally break out and force a Game 7 here in St. Louis. As St. Louis's pitcher, Jamie Garcia, he's on the mound warming up. He's the left-hander. We'll go down the Texas batting order. Leading off for Texas will be the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. Batting second, the shortstop, Elvis Andrus. Third in left field, Josh Hamilton. Cleanup hitter playing first base, Michael Young. Batting fifth, third base, Adrian Beltre. Sixth in right field, Nelson Cruz. Seventh, catching today will be Mike Napoli. 8th playing center field is Craig Gentry, and batting 9th and pitching for Texas will be Colby Lewis, as we're back in the National League, and the National League won the All-Star game, so pitchers will be batting. And they're going up against Jamie Garcia. He pitched Game 1, and in Game 1 he had 8 innings, no earned runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and he got the win in Game 1. Garcia is the left-hand pitcher. He is a grade 10 lefty. He has a Y and a Z. Home plate umpire today in St. Louis is Gary Cederstrom. And he hollers, "Play ball!" And we are ready to get underway here in St. Louis on a beautiful Thursday night. And leading off will be Ian Kinsler. Kinsler comes in the World Series. This Game 6, he's hitting .273. As he's 6 for 22, he has 1 double and 2 home runs. So he's been hitting for Texas. And here's the pitch. 32-26, ground ball. Second base Punto grabs it, flips it over to Pujols. 1 up and 1 away. And we are underway in Game 6 of the World Series. So happy you're here. And hopefully you can stick around and enjoy some Apba Master Game Baseball. And with 1 out, now batting is shortstop, Elvis Andrus. He comes in here 0 for 18. Texas really needs to get some hits out of Andrus, the right-hand batter. In the box, Garcia, the windup and delivery to Andrus. 26 is a 12. That's going to be a little bouncer to the first baseman, Pujols. Race to the bag. Pujols beats him to the bag. 2 up and 2 away here in the Texas first inning. And up steps Hambone, Josh Hamilton. He is 8 for 21 so far, hitting .381. Lefty on lefty. Here's the pitch. 35. 35 is a 9. Hamilton is handicapped 5. So the 10 becomes a 15, and Hamilton gets a 2-out single. Little blooper out to right field. Hamilton's on first base. He's enough 34, so won't be doing any stealing right now, but up steps the first baseman, Mike Young, right-hand batter. Here's the pitch, Garcia to the set. He delivers. 32-26. Little 2-hopper out to Punto. He flips it over to Furcal at the shortstop. Texas gets a base run in the first inning, but they cannot score. And we're going to the bottom of the first. Texas 0, St. Louis coming to bat. Colby Lewis on the mound, taking his warm-up tosses, go down to St. Louis batting order. Leading off will be the shortstop, Rafael Furcal. Batting number 2, playing center field tonight, will be Skip Schumacher. Batting third, first baseman, Albert Pujols. And batting cleanup today, the star of the World Series so far with 5 home runs is Lance Berkman. Batting fifth, left fielder Matt Holiday. Batting sixth, third baseman David Freese. Seventh, the catcher Yadier Molina. Eighth, second baseman Nick Punto. And batting ninth will be Jamie Garcia. And they're going up against Colby Lewis. Colby Lewis back in game 2. He pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 earned run, 6 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He got the loss. And the only run that game was a 6th inning home run by Lance Berkman. Colby Lewis is a grade 6 pitcher. He's a right-hander. He has a Y, and he has a home run allowance letter of L. So in the batter's box is Rafael Furcal, the switch hitter. He is hitting left-handed. He's hit 174 so far in the series, and here's the delivery from Lewis to Furcal. Snake eyes is a 0. 36 is a 6. Off the grade 7 pitcher. That would be a double right down the left field line. Furcal pulls into second base with a 2-base hit. So St. Louis kicking up their heels early today. Batting number 2 will be the center fielder Skip Schumacher, left-hand hitter. Lewis to the set. He delivers to Schumacher. 15 is a 8. That ball's in a drop-in center field. Dice rolls a 3 for the hit valuation. Center field, 50. So Gentry has the 31 arm, and then we got Furcal speed of 16. Take 16 off the 31, that's a 15 off the 50. 35 out of 36 chances scoring, and he is going to score. There will not be a throw. St. Louis jumps out early, 1-0, and up steps first baseman Albert Pujols, 3 for 20 so far in the World Series. Right-hand hitter, right-hand pitcher, pitch to Pujols. 22 is a 0. 46 is a 6. That ball's going to be a double. That ball is off the left field wall. Runner Schumacher is going to stop at third base. Second and third, nobody out. St. Louis with a 1-0 lead. Early right now, and what they're going to do is they're going to play the infield deep, and they're going to pitch to Berkman, as he has been red hot, the big Puma. Infield deep, switch hitter hitting left-handed. 12 is a 25 on the second and third. 12-25. Second and third. Second baseman. Dice roll 41 will put him in fielding 1. With the infield deep, line drive, speared by the second baseman, flips it to the shortstop, and they get the line drive. Double play. 4-4-6, double play. Runner holds third base. What a huge, boy, Berkman hit a line drive, but it was speared, so now we got 2 outs. Now the infield can back up. Lewis pitching to the right-handed Holiday. 35 is a 40 with a man on third base. We got a 40. That's a team number. They're team 2, so that's going to put them in team 2. Wild pitch. If pitcher's a WPO, Lewis is a WP1. It is a wild pitch. They score the run. It was in the dirt. Napoli could not stop it. And St. Louis takes the 2-0 lead. Holiday still in the box. 2 outs. Bases empty. 43-29. Little comebacker to Lewis. Underhand toss to first. And he is out at first base. As we go to the second inning, St. Louis 2, Texas 0. Beltre, Cruz, and Napoli due up for Texas. Garcia, the lefty, to the right-hand hitting. Adrian Beltre, 55. 55 is a 7. Base hit. Right field, Beltre's 4th hit of the World Series. As Texas is trying to get something to go here in the second inning, and up steps Nelson Cruz. 4 for 20 so far, looking for his first extra base hit. Garcia to the set, delivers to Cruz. 55 is an 8. Off the lefty, that ball's going to drop into left field. Beltre's going to stop at second base. Texas has something brewing here in the second inning. They got 2 on, nobody out, and up steps Mike Napoli. He is the catcher today. Garcia delivers to Napoli. 62. 62 is a 38. First and second. 38. Pass ball. If catcher's a PBO, he's a PB1. So we got a pass ball, and the runners are going to advance a base. That ball was in the dirt, and Molina could not make a play on it. So pass ball, second and third. And they are going to leave the infield deep. Garcia to the right-hand hit Napoli. Infield deep. 22 is a 0. 46 is a 6. That ball is hit hard. That ball is right down. It's the right field corner. Opposite field, right field corner. Beltre is going to score. Cruz is going to score. Napoli pulls into second base. And we are tied at 2 here in the second inning. As Napoli took the down and away pitch, and he hit it to right field. Now with nobody out, runner on second base, up steps the center fielder, Craig Gentry. 64-13, Garcia comes out with a nasty pitch and strikes out Gentry. His job was to move the runner over, and he did not get it done. And now we got the pitcher, Colby Lewis, up from Bakerville, California. Garcia pitching to Colby Lewis. 66 is a 6. Colby Lewis hits it, and that ball drives right down on the left field line. Oh my, Napoli's going to score. And the American League pitcher, Colby Lewis, gets a double. Texas takes a 3-2 lead. As the American League pitcher showing how to hit the ball. So now we got 1 out man on second base, Colby Lewis, and up steps Ian Kinsler. Garcia to Kinsler, 14-30. Fly ball, medium death Holiday under it. Makes the catch. 2 away here in the Texas second inning. Texas has 3 so far, and they're looking for more. And up steps Elvis Andrus. First time up, bounce out to first base. Garcia to Andrus, 31. 31 is a 9. He's a -1, 9, so 10 becomes an 11 with the man on second base. Grade 11. Pitcher. We got the 9. That'll be the ground ball, third base. Grab by Freeze, over to first. And that is it for Texas in the top of the second inning. But they do put up 3, and we're going to the bottom of the second. Texas leading 3-2. Freeze, Molina, and Punto due up for St. Louis here in the second inning. David Freeze comes up to bat. He is 2 for 15 so far in the series, looking for his first extra base hit. To right-handed Lewis, delivers. 61. 61's a 24. Ground ball to the shortstop. Andrus grabs it. Over to first. 1 away. Now batting is Yadi Molina. Yadi is 4 for 6. He's hitting 250. He is 416, and he is a double. Lewis to Molina. 26 is a 12. High chopper. First base. Mike Young. About 2 steps off the bag. Grabs it. Touches the bag. Molina out by about 3 steps. And up steps second baseman Nick Punto. Switch hitter. Hitting. Left-handed. Lewis to Punto. 56-13. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And we are going to the third inning. It's nothing across for St. Louis in the second. We go top of the third. Texas leading this one 3-2 as we're finally getting some runs scored. Leading off is Josh Hamilton. First time up, he singled. Garcia to the left-hand hitting Hamilton. 63-32. That ball's blasted. Deep right. Berkman back on the warning track. Makes the catch. Looked like for a minute it might be out of here. But Berkman makes the catch. Up steps Mike Young. 55 is a 7. Base hit. Left field, Mike Young. Man on, man out. And up steps Adrian Beltre. Last time up, had a single. Garcia run into a little trouble here in the third inning. Here's the pitch to Beltre. 35. 35 is a 9. Off the lefty. He's a +6. 9 becomes a 4. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Furcal grabs it, but he cannot make a play on it. It's an infield single. So 2 on, 1 out. Third inning. Looks like St. Louis might get somebody warming up down there in the pen. Nelson Cruz coming up the bat. The big right-hand hitter from Monte Cristo, Dominican Republic. Garcia delivers to Cruz. 41's a 28. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. 14's going to put him in a fielding 1. So first and second, 28, fielding 1, shortstop. Furcal to Punto, flips it over to Pujols, and they get the big double play. As Texas was trying to put a rally together and score some runs, and they cannot do it, and we're going bottom of the third inning. Texas leading 3-2, and leading off will be Jamie Garcia. Looks like the double play saved him. He gets to pitch a little bit longer. Here's the pitch Garcia, 52. 52's a 27. Third base. Grab by Beltre over to first. 1 away. It's Texas trying to stave off elimination and force a Game 7 here in St. Louis tomorrow. Here's the pitch. Lewis pitching to the switch hitting. Furcal, snake eyes, is a 0. 36 is a 6. That ball will be his second double of the game for Furcal, as that left fielder and center fielder was right between them, and he pulls into second base with his second double. He is having a day so far. And up steps Schumacher. Last time up, singled in a run. Left-hand hitting Schumacher. 16's a 28. Ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to be 41. That'll put him in fielding 2. He is an 8 shortstop. 28 ground ball. Runner holds. Andrews does hold the runner. So we have 2 outs. Runner on second base. And up steps Albert Pujols. 56. 34. Pop up. High on the infield. Kinsler under it. He calls for it. Makes the catch. And that is it for St. Louis. In the bottom of the third inning. We're going to the top of the fourth. Texas leading 3-2. And up steps the catcher, Mike Napoli. Last time up, doubled in 2 runs. Garcia to the right hand hitting Mike Napoli. 25 is at 8. He's going to be a base hit. The 10 becomes an 11. 8's going to be a base hit off the grade 11 pitcher. Napoli gets his second hit. That is the 8th hit for Texas here. And up steps Gentry. Playing center field. Right-hand hitter. Left-hand pitcher. Gentry, 63, 31. Fly ball, center field Schumacher. Over in the left center field gap. Showing some good speed out there. Runs it down. Napoli's going to stay on first base. Now batting is Colby Lewis. Last time up, Colby Lewis doubled. What they're going to do here? This time they're looking for him to lay down the bunt. So he's going to sacrifice. Lewis, 51 is a 13 on the sacrifice. Runner on first base. That's 2 strikes on the batter. And Colby Lewis is trying to bunt again. Going to get the bunt down. 51's a 13. Colby Lewis strikes out. So after his last time up looking like a big-time hitter, Get an RBI double. This time you cannot get the bunt down. So 2 outs, runner on first base. That is Napoli. He's probably about average speed. Up steps Ian Kinsler, right-hand hitter. 43. 43 is a 29. Stood there like the house on the side of the road and watched that one go by. And we are going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Texas leading 3-2. Leadoff hitter will be Lance Berkman. First time up, he lined into a double play. And here's the pitch from Lewis to Berkman. 34-31. Fly ball, center field, Gentry under it. Makes the catch. 1 away. Now batting is Matt Holiday from Stillwater, Oklahoma. First time up, bounced out back to the pitcher, Colby Lewis. 52-27, ground ball third base. Easy play for Beltre, guns it across. 2 away. Beltre always likes showing off his cannon over there at third base. Up steps David Freese. Grounded out to short to first is first time up. 15 is a 8. That ball's in a drop in left center field. David Freese on first base. 2-0 single. See if they can't get anything going there. He's an R26, so they are going to hold him on first base. And up steps Yadi Molina. First time up, grounded out to the first baseman. Lewis, right-hander, pitching to the right-hand hitting. Yadi Molina. 14's a 30. Hits it hard, left field. That ball is right at Hamilton. He hit a bullet. More of a line drive than a fly ball. And let's go top of the 5th inning. Texas holding on to the 3-2 lead. As we go down the batting order here for the 3rd time, Elvis Andrews batting for the 3rd time. Garcia going to try and get through the 5th inning. We have a bouncer to first and a ground out third to first for Andrews so far. And here's the pitch from Garcia to Andrews. 12-25, ground ball, second base. Punto grabs it over to first. 1 away. Top of the 5th. And up steps Josh Hamilton. Singled his first time up. Lefty and lefty. Here's the pitch to Hamilton. 25 is a 8. Hamilton's a -5, so the 10 becomes a 15. He's in a fly out. Right field, Berkman under it. Makes the catch. 2 away. As Hamilton does struggle a little bit with the left-hand pitchers. 2 outs, and up steps Mike Young. 26 is a 12. Ground ball, first base, Pujols. He plays a good first base. Runs to first. 3rd out of the inning, nothing across for Texas in the top of the 5th, and we're going bottom of the 5th. Texas clinging to the 3-2 lead. And leading off will be Nick Punto. Lewis to Punto, hitting left-handed. Snake Eyes is a 0. 62 is a 6. Off the grade 7 pitcher. That ball drops in between left and center field, and Punto with the speed. He cruises into second base with a double. So St. Louis trying to get something going here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitcher due up. Let's see what they're going to do. Looks like swinging a bat in the on-deck circle will be Danny Del Calso. He's to be making his first at-bat here of the World Series. Left-hand hitter from Redwood City, California. So we got a man on second base, nobody out, bottom 5. St. Louis down 3-2. And Danny Del Calso, he is pinch hitting. And here's the pitch from Lewis. 52's a 27. Stood there like the house on the side of the road. Watch that one go by. That's not what they sent him up there to pinch hit for. But he could not get it done. Now with 1 out, man on second base, up steps Raphael Furcal. He hits 2 doubles so far today. Lewis appears in to get the sign. He delivers to Furcal. 54-32, fly ball, right field. Cruz is a 2. That'll put him in fielding 3. Fly ball, right field. The hit number is going to be a 44. Cruz has the 31 arm. Punto 16 speed. That's 15 off the 44. 29 out of 36 chance. And they're going to hold him at second base. They don't see any sense of risking sending him and making the third out at third base with him in scoring position already. Now batting is Skip Schumacher as Lewis trying to navigate the fifth inning here. Here's the pitch. Lewis to the left-hand hitting. Skip Schumacher. 21's a 30. That ball is popped up. Left field Hamilton coming in. Under it. Makes that catch. And Colby Lewis gets through the fifth inning. And we're going top of the sixth. Texas still leading 3-2. So coming in to pitch for St. Louis here will be Octavio Dotel. This will be his second appearance. He pitched Saturday night. He pitched to 6 batters and gave up the 1 earned run and 2 hits and a walk. Dotel is a grade 10 pitcher with an X and a Y and a move to first +2. And leading off in the Texas sixth inning will be Beltre, followed by Cruz and Napoli. Dotel all warmed up, and here's the pitch to Beltre. 56-13 fastball struck him out. 1 up and 1 away here in the Texas sixth inning. Now batting is Nelson Cruz. He is singled and he's hitting to a double play today. Dotel to the right hand hitting. Nelly Cruz. 53's a 15. That's a left field. Holiday's a 2 in left field. It's going to be fielding 3 with the dice roll of 61. So that's going to be a base hit. Left field. Holiday bobbles it. And Cruz is going to get all the way to second base on the air. So we got a single and an error. Puts a base runner in scoring position for Texas. And now batting is Mike Napoli. Hollywood, California. What's he done today so far? He has a double and a single. So Dotel appears in to get the sign. He goes to the set. He delivers to Napoli. 15 is at 8. Napoli is handicapped 2. 10 becomes a 12 with a man on second base. That ball's going to drop in. The hit number's a 2. So that'd be a single over second. 45 to center field. So the center fielder Schumacher with the 31 arm. Cruz with 12 speed. 31 minus 12 is a 19. We take a 19 off the 45. 26 chances scoring. They're going to send him. 11 through 52, he will be safe. Here's a throw to the plate. 11 through 52. The big dice. It's going to be a 35. Scores the run. Single. Cruz scores. Napoli stays on first base, and Texas takes a 4-2 lead. And up steps Gentry, right hand hitting. With 1 out, Dotel to Gentry, 23. 23's a 29, swing and a miss, struck him out. The Y strikes him out. Second out of the inning. And coming up to bat is Colby Lewis. Let's see if Texas is going to make a move. Colby Lewis is coming up to bat. So 2 outs, man on first. They're leaving Colby Lewis in the game. Dotel pitching to Colby Lewis. Snake Eyes is a 6. Lewis, he gets another hit. This ball is hit hard. Single. Over third base. Hit number of 45. So the left fielder, Holiday, 31 arm, relays it to Furcal, 37 arm, 68, divided by 2, 34. So we got 34 arm, minus 9 speed. 34 and minus 9 is 25, off to 45. So 20 chance, take off 1 more, as the pitcher's a +2, so a good hold, knocks off 1 more. 19 chance of scoring, and they're going to send them 11 to 41. Napoli's going to score on the double. And here's the throw to the plate. 51. He is thrown out at the plate. What a throw. What a relay by Furcal. What an arm. As the catcher, Yadier Molina, gets the tag down, he holds on to the ball. And that is it for Texas here in the 6th inning. They do put up a run, and we're going bottom of the 6th. Texas leading 4-2. So here in the St. Louis 6th inning, we got Pujols, Berkman, and Holiday. As Colby Lewis tries to get through the heart of the order here. Up steps Pujols. He doubled his first time up, and the second time up, he popped out to second base. Lewis delivers to Pujols. 35. 35 is a 9. He's a grade 6 pitcher, handicap 2. Grade 8, a 9 off to grade 8. Will be ground, little pop-up. Shortstop under it. Nice play by Andrews. Makes the catch in the first out. Colby gets the tough hitting Pujols. Now batting is Lance Berkman. Berkman lined into a double play and flew out so far today. Colby Lewis to the left-hand hitting Lance Berkman. 66 is a 1. Unbelievable. That ball is crushed. Upper deck, right field. Lance Berkman has just hit his 6th home run of the World Series. And St. Louis crowd is going crazy, as this game is now a 4-3 baseball game. What a blast by Berkman. So now with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, up steps Matt Holiday. Colby Lewis delivers to Matt Holiday. 16's a 13. Struck him out fastball. Comes back strong after Berkman hit the bomb off him. 2 outs. Colby Lewis trying to get through the 6th inning, and up steps David Freese. Base is empty. 62-13. Froze him with a slider. And that is it for St. Louis in the bottom of the 6th. We're going top of the 7th. Texas leading 4-3. Coming in to pitch for St. Louis in the 7th inning will be Mitchell Boggs, making his 3rd appearance. He pitched Game 3 back on Saturday night. He had 1 inning, pitched to 4 batters. No earned runs, and he come back and pitched on Sunday 1 2/3 innings, and he gave up any runs. So this is his 3rd appearance here. Leading off for Texas here in the 7th inning will be Kinsler, Andrews, and then Hamilton. Boggs all warmed up, and here's the pitch. To Kinsler, 66 is a 1. He is handicapped 2, so off the grade 13, 1 off the grade 13. That ball is gone. Kinsler hits a home run. That's his 3rd home run of the World Series. And Texas gets their 2-run lead back. First pitch by Boggs was crushed by Kinsler. Rounds 3rd, heads home. Now batting is Elvis Andrews. Andrews is 0 for 3 today. Boy, this crowd is so excited. Now that put a little damper on it. Here's the pitch to Elvis Andrews. 34-31, center field fly ball. Schumacher under it. Makes the catch. That's Texas trying to take Game 6 here and force a Game 7. They always say nothing like a Game 7. Up steps the left-hand hitting Josh Hamilton. Boggs to Hamilton. 61 is a 40. 40 is an RP board. Second dice on the RP board is going to be a Snake Eyes. 40, Snake Eyes, RP board. That's 2. It's going to be the left fielder. The left fielder Holiday is a 2, and we're using the big dice for the fielding. For the left fielder, 54 is going to put him in fielding 3. Double to left center. Runner scores on the air. So got the double. It bounced around out there. Holiday could not handle it. And Hamilton just coming around the bases, and he scores on a Little League home run. St. Louis's defense is starting to let him down a little bit out there. So after Hamilton, because we're on the scores, and I have to check, but I believe that is the 2nd Little League home run of the World Series here. That's twice he's hit the ball and scored on the air. And up steps Mike Young with 1 out in the 7th inning. Texas leading 6-3. Here's the pitch to Young. 43-29. Little comebacker to Boggs. He grabs it over to first. 2 away. Here in the Texas 7th inning. Now batting is Adrian Beltre. He has 2 hits today. Here's the pitch to Beltre. 56-13 fastball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And we are going to the bottom of the 7th. We're going to the 7th inning stretch. Texas puts up 2 in the top of the 7th, and Texas is leading 6-3. So as we reach the bottom of the 7th inning here in St. Louis, with Texas leading this game 6-3. At this point in time, I'll ask if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and you enjoy the content, please do. A lot of golf, we got some football, other baseball. Any likes, any comments, it's all appreciated. Now on with the rest of the 7th inning stretch. They don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome, Bob.
On to the rest of the game. So as we reach the bottom of the 7th, we have a pitching change for Texas. Coming in making his 4th appearance here of the World Series will be Mike Adams, as we had the 2 days off there with the rain day in there, so he's well rested up. He's pitched in game 2, he pitched an inning. Game 3, he pitched 1 1/3. In the last game, he come in and pitched 1 inning. He gave up 3 runs. None of them were earned, but he has to try and bounce back here. So Mike Adams coming into pitch here, and he's just going to bat in the number 9 spot in the batting order. The first guy he'll face will be Yadier Molina. So Adams is a grade 21 pitcher with X, Y, and a Z. He's a right-hander. And up steps Molina. Adams delivers. 53. 53's an 18. Ground ball to the shortstop. Over there is Andrews, and he bobbles it. Andrews cannot make the play. And St. Louis down by 3 runs in the 7th. They get a leadoff hitter on base. Molina. Looks like Adams might be snake bit again because the defense let him down last time he came in and pitched. Up steps to second baseman Punto. Man on, nobody out. Adams delivers to Punto. 45. 45's a 14. Z ball. Ball 2. Good control by Adams. Here he pitches to the left-hand hitting Nick Punto. 52's a 27. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Big out here for Adams. And now St. Louis looking for a pinch hitter. So coming in to pinch hit for St. Louis will be the left-hander from Miami, Florida, Johnny J. Coming in to pinch hit. So far in the World Series, Johnny J is 4 for 15, and he does have a double and a triple. So with 1 out, Molina with a small lead off first base. And here's the pitch from Adams to Johnny J. 53's a 15. He comes inside. Hit by pitch, but against an HBO pitcher. He does have the HBO, so he does not hit him. That's just going to be a ball. So ball 1. Johnny J. As Adams really showing some good control here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch to J. 66 is a 0. 16 is a 6. That ball is hit hard right down the right field line. Molina around in second, going to third. Johnny J pulls into second base with a double. So St. Louis kicking up their heels here in the bottom of the 7th inning. They got runners on second and third with 1 out. With a big pinch hit by Johnny J. And up steps Furcal. And with a 3-run lead, Texas going to play the infield deep. Adams to the set. He delivers to Furcal. 56-34. Runners on second and third. Pop-up on the infield. Under it is Andrews. Makes the catch. That's 2 away here. Bottom of the 7th inning. St. Louis trying to get back in the game here, and up steps the left-hand hit and skip Schumacher. Can Schumacher get the base hit to knock in a couple runs? We got a little mound visit here. The catcher goes out to talk to the pitcher. Home plate umpire comes out and chases him back behind the plate. So second and third, 2 out. Skip Schumacher up. Adams appears to nick at the sign. He delivers. 42's a 13. Swing and a miss for Schumacher. What a big pitch by Adams as he pitched out of some major trouble there. And we are going to the top of the 8th inning. Texas leading 6-3. Coming in to pitch top of the 8th inning for St. Louis will be Fernando Salas coming in to pitch. He's a grade 17 right-hander with an X and a Y. He'll be making his 4th appearance, and so far in his 3 appearances, he's pitched 3 2/3 innings, and he has not given up any runs. And he will bat in the number 9 spot. And leading off for Texas will be Nelly Cruz. So Salas all warmed up. Here's the pitch to Nelly Cruz. 36 is a 14. Cruz gets a base on balls. So Salas comes in a little bit wild, just missing the outside corner by a little bit. Now batting is Mike Napoli. Salas to the set. He delivers to Napoli. 54-32. Fly ball right field. Berkman in a couple steps. Makes the catch. 1 away here. The top of the 8th inning. There's a St. Louis crowd. They're hoping for a comeback today. Here's the pitch. Salas pitching to Gentry. 65-35. Pops it up on the infield. Molina. Fall territory. Makes the catch. 2 away here in the Texas 8th inning. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for the pitcher. Coming up the bat for Texas, pinch hitting for Adams will be David Murphy. So far in the World Series, Murphy is 5 for 14, and he has a double and a triple. So 2 outs, Cruz on first base. Salas pitching to the left-hand hitting Murphy. Here's the pitch to Murphy. 23. 23's a 26. Ground ball to the second baseman. Grabbed. Punto flips it easy out at second base to the shortstop. And we are going to bottom of the 8th inning. Texas leading 6-3. So coming in to pitch for Texas in the bottom of the 8th inning here, making a second appearance, will be the left-hander Darren Oliver from Kansas City, Missouri. He pitched Monday's game. He pitched 1 inning, and he pitched to 3 batters and had a strikeout. And he'll be facing Pujols, Berkman, and Holiday. Up steps Pujols. St. Louis down by 3. Crowd getting excited as they want to get they were trying to rally their team on here. Here's the pitch to Pujols. 12's-25. Ground ball, second base, Kinsler. Pujols is out. 1 away here. 8th inning. And up steps to ever so hot Berkman with his 6 home runs so far. Switch hitter hitting right-handed. Oliver delivers to Berkman. 54-32. Hits it out to right field. That one's not going to be deep enough. He kept him in the ballpark. That's 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. And up steps Holiday. Holiday is 0 for 3 today. Pitcher to first, ground out third to first, a strikeout. 52-27. High chopper, third base, Beltre across. Nothing across for St. Louis in the bottom of the 8th inning. And we're going to the top of the 9th. Texas leading 6-3. So Salas out here in his 2nd inning of work, and leading off is Kinsler. Last time up, he hit a home run. He has 3 home runs in a series. The right-hander pitching to the right-handed Kinsler. 46-24. Ground ball shortstop. Furcal grabs it over to first. 1 away in the Texas 9th inning. Now batting is shortstop Elvis Andrus. Salas delivers. Andrus 63-31. Fly ball center field. Schumacher under it. 2 away here. And up comes the bat is Josh Hamilton. Lefty off the right-hand pitcher. Here's the pitch to Hamilton. 33 is a 5. Off the grade 17 pitcher. 5 off the 17. That will be a single to right. Drops into right field. The Salas turns that one into a single. So Josh Hamilton on first base with 2 outs. And up steps to right-hand hitting Mike Young. Here's the pitch to Young. 66 is a 0. 56 is a 2. That ball scoots right down the first baseline into the corner. Hamilton running around the bases. He's going to score. Young going for 3. He's going to be safe at third with the triple. And Texas gets another run here as Hamilton comes around to score, and Texas leads this one 7-3. And we got a mound visit. So with Young on third base, we got a new pitcher coming in. Making his first appearance of the World Series will be Lance Lynn. He's the right-hander from Marion County, Indiana. He's a grade 8 with an X and a Y. So Beltre is coming up the bat, righty. So the grade 8 will go up to a 13. Grade 17 with a handicap. So man on third, 2 outs, grade 17 on the mound. Lynn delivers the Beltre. 25 is an 8. 8 off to grade 17 with the man on third base. It's a little comebacker, right to Lynn. Throw to first, got him out at first. Comes in and gets the job done. But then we are going to the bottom of the 9th. Texas with a 4-run lead. Looking like we might be doing a Game 7 here in a couple days. So here the pitch to bottom of the 9th, making a second appearance of the World Series. He pitched 1 inning so far. Pitched 1 inning on Saturday night is Neftali Feliz. He's a grade 18 right-hander with an X, and he can be wild. He has a W. And we got Freeze, Molina, and Punto. Due up here for St. Louis. If St. Louis needs to rally from 4 down to bottom of the 9th, otherwise there will be a Game 7. Feliz warmed up, and here's the pitch to David Freeze. 21. 21's a 39. That's an RP board. 16 on the 39 RP board. 16 on the 39. That's a 28. That's just going to be ball 1. Freeze still in the batter's box. Feliz to Freeze. 35 is a 9. Handicap 3. The 18 becomes a 21. A 9 off the grade. 21 pitcher. Ground ball third base. Grabbed. Easy play for Beltre. 1 up and 1 away here. In the St. Louis 9th inning. Coming up the bat is Yadier Molina. Feliz to Molina. 64. 64 is a 13 fastball. Struck him out. 2 away here. Coming up the bat with 2 outs will be Nick Punto. Last hope for St. Louis. Feliz to Punto. 66 is a 0. 41 is a 7. 66 is a 0. 41 is a 7. Base hit left field. Punto keeps the inning alive. And we're looking for a pinch hitter here in the bottom of the 9th. So the pinch hitter here in the bottom of the 9th, down by 4 runs, will be Alan Craig. So far in the series, he is 6 for 13. He has 2 doubles in the World Series. So Feliz trying to get the last out. They are not going to hold Punto on first base. And here's the pitch. Feliz pitching to Craig. 32's a 26. Ground ball to the second baseman, Kinsler. Flips it over to Andrews. And that is the final out of the game here. If St. Louis gets a base runner in the 9th, they cannot score. And the final score here in Game 6 of the World Series is Texas 7, St. Louis 3. Be back in a minute with the wrap-up. So the Texas Rangers able to stave off elimination here in Game 6, and they force a Game 7 here in St. Louis. Final line score today, Texas 7 runs. They had 15 hits and 1 error. St. Louis 3 runs on 9 hits, and they made 2 errors. Pitching today, Colby Lewis, he got 6 innings. He got the win. His 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. He was followed by Adams, who got a hold. He pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit. Oliver pitched 1 inning. And then Feliz coming in pitched the last inning. It was a non-save situation. For St. Louis, Garcia started. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 8 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. He was followed by Dotel. He come in, he wasn't very effective as he gave up in his 1 inning of work, 3 hits and an earned run. Boggs, 1 inning, 2 earned runs. And Salas, 1 2/3 innings, and he gave up an earned run. So really, none of the bullpen arms for St. Louis was very effective today. Lance Lynn come in and got the last out. Home runs today, games. Each team had a home run. Kinsler for Texas hit his 3rd home run, and Lance Berkman hit the 6th home run for St. Louis. St. Louis has 6 home runs in the World Series, and Berkman has all 6 of them. Other extra base hits. We had a double for Hamilton for Texas. Colby Lewis, the pitcher, had 2 doubles. Then Napoli had a double. For St. Louis, Furcal had 2 doubles. Jay had a double. Pujols and Punto. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doubles for St. Louis. 6 extra base hits for them. But it was not enough. As after St. Louis jumped out with 2 in the first, Texas come back with 3 in the second. They each scored a run in the 6th. Texas got 2 in the 7th and 1 in the 9th. And that was the final score, 7-3. The top hitter for the winning team, Texas, Josh Hamilton, had 3 hits today, along with Mike Napoli. They both had 3 hits. And young Beltre and Cruz each had 2. And you can't forget about the 2 doubles for Lewis. And for St. Louis, Punto had 2 hits, as did Furcal. So that is it here for Game 6, as we look ahead to Game 7. And the pitching matchup for Game 7 in St. Louis, to be played in a couple days, will be the left-hander for Texas, Matt Harrison, going against Chris Carpenter, the right-hander. So look forward to doing that game in a couple days for everybody. And if you made it to the end here, I appreciate you guys. And as always, keep enjoying Apba sports games. They make the most realistic and most fun games to play out there. You guys have a great week. Goodbye.